Along the Snake River in the small town of Hagerman, everyone is talking about the new chef in town.
Okay, we're going to start out today with an appetizer of sturgeon roulades with shrimp cornbread stuffing and Caesar salad with pheasant and checkered tenderloin and a caper butter saute, French onion soup, gratin with chucker meat, grilled pheasant breast with rosemary cream sauce and fettuccine, duck on breast on croûte with wild rice pilaf topped with beurre blanc on a persimmon sauce, grilled elk steak tornadoes with a morel mushroom demi-glaze.
Kirt Martin comes from a family of chefs. He's a graduate from the Cordon Bleu, a famous French cooking institute. And he may change the way wild game is cooked in kitchens all across Idaho.
It's my passion. I live it and I breathe it.
Tonight he's cooking a wild game dinner for a group of local sportsmen. They give him the meat from their freezers, and he cooks them a classic French meal.
Classic French is actually back to basics, using fresh herbs, fresh ingredients. A lot of the dishes are not complicated at all. Maybe have 6, 8, 10 items in it total, and basically technique.
This dish, called duck en croûte, is one of 8 dishes Kirt is preparing for dinner.
Well, I want to flatten them out, and so we're going to have an even cooking of the meat, and it'll break the muscle tissues down. The biggest thing with wild game is don't overcook it, but this does help to tenderize it. And now you're going to stuff on the inside because the connective tissue on the outside of the skin will help hold it together. It's a great presentation, and it's not seen, at least I have not seen it elsewhere, though it's an old traditional classic French dish, and it's been done with many different kinds of game. It's delicate. You can take a wild game like this, it would maybe be gamey, and it will come out here as something totally different than what the person would expect. Okay. That pan is finished, and a little bit of salt and pepper, and we'll throw that into a 500-degree oven.
Later, Kirt will roll the duck up in a pastry crust and cook it again before it's served. Kirt's move from traditional meat to cooking with wild game is natural, because in Kirt's kitchen, if you're not learning something new, you're not having fun.
It's just so exciting, it really is. And it's unique, it's totally different. And because of the techniques that are involved in cooking with the wild game, you learn so much, and that's the whole idea. This has got to go into stainless.
In fact, I just came down from Boise because Kirt's just a good guy to work for. Easy going, and I'm a small town kind of guy, I guess. And he's teaching me a lot.
We strongly encourage ideas from the people. We try them, and it's a real lot of fun. You just gather good people around you and go with it.
As Kirt's reputation has grown, the demand for his special wild game dinners has exploded.
Gosh, it's constantly a challenge every day. They're bringing in, 2 nights ago we did caribou, or wild boar, or you name it. Mountain lion was done a week ago. And so each time we do it, we try to do it different because we learn constantly. We'll have people that will come on a regular basis. They'll come from out of state, maybe during the hunting season, and bring in their wild game, and they'll be here 2, 3, 4 weekends in a row. And just out of pride, you're going to want to mix that up so they get a different dinner each time. Okay. We're ready to roll, guys. Hi, folks. How are you doing this evening?
All right.
All right. I'd like to welcome all you folks this evening to the Snake River Grill Wild Game Dinner. I hope you brought your appetite, because we have a real treat in store for you folks this evening. You've got to top the soup with a little Basque red.
Boulder to a tree stump.
While the guests start with French onion soup made with chucker meat, the cooks put the finishing touches on the appetizer, sturgeon roulade.
Real hot, real hot. You know, not a real lot, just enough to throw some color. Beautiful. I really like this dish because it's a very colorful display. This is local sturgeon we get. It's a wonderful product, very versatile, very mild, totally non-fishy, sweet. Okay. I love working with it. It's very unique that we have this here. Stop right there. Perfect, perfect, perfect. The eye appeal of the plate is very important. People eat with their eyes. I mean, they use all their senses. You create a moment in time. But the final taste is that last second, but you've staged it up to the point when they finally taste it. So that presentation is everything, yes. A lot of pride goes into that. My name's on that plate. This is a sturgeon roulade. Took the sturgeon, split it the long way, and then stuffed this with a shrimp cornbread stuffing. And then you roll it up, pin it, slice it, now you have a flat edge and it lays out. The base sauce is roasted sweet red pepper, and then it's topped with the beurre blanc. So it's a nice balance.
Wow. Yeah, you don't spin it. You spin all your time.
Can't think of the word to describe it. Yeah, it's good.
Here down to duck breast on croûte. So 1, 2, 3, 4. We're on the 5th course right now. 3 more to go. Of course, the challenge is to get it all put together and get it back out to the floor while it's still hot. You've got to move. Green onion on top of there. It takes a team. Yes, we have more sauce. So we really do. Excellent, excellent team. Everybody has a voice. We all bounce around. We want to hear input, and that's how we all learn.
The dishes keep coming. Some people keep eating until finally it's time for the last course.
You did save room for dessert, did you not? Okay, okay. This is a rum cheesecake, and that is on. All right, that's on a sautéed apple that was sautéed with brown sugar and white wine, fresh grated nutmeg. And so that's the final. And there's not a calorie in this unless you put it up to your lips.